Well, alrighty. Hello, everyone, and happy Thursday. It's digital host A.J. Wuest here, welcoming you back to Before the Four. Of course, the live stream where I go through some of 48's top news stories, and then some before our 4 o'clock newscast. I say it each and every day, wherever you're watching Before the Four this afternoon, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, or our 48 Now live stream. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending just a bit of your Thursday afternoon here. Now, first, let's talk about the weather. A beautiful day outside today. Feels very nice, but we are expecting some rain to move in this weekend for Valentine's Day. We're going to turn it over to 48 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis for the latest. Brad?
Well, it's been a perfect day out there. No rain in the forecast until the middle of the morning Saturday, and that won't be all day. We got more rain coming late in the day Saturday. We have moved the focus to the First Alert Weather Day to Sunday because that's when the impact's going to be now because the storm system's come together rather slowly. More on that in a second. Shoals looking pretty out there, 59 degrees. Most of us topping out around 60 today and probably looking at 64 tomorrow. Here's a weekend forecast. Saturday, showers early, and then the heaviest rain will be late, 63 for that Valentine's Day high temperature, and then 62. A little breezy out there Sunday, 1 to 3 inches of rain from the late night hours Saturday all the way through the afternoon on Sunday. So Sunday's looking super wet. Here's your daily planner. We still don't expect severe weather, by the way, with this weekend storm system. Tomorrow, real nice day from start to finish, a little on the cool side in the morning, so dress in layers. Here's that Friday morning look. A few clouds early on. Where we have the clouds will likely stay around 40 for the overnight low. But look at this. This is beautiful. It's Friday. We're right around 60 degrees by noon. Very little in the way of wind. A calm wind tomorrow afternoon. Highs probably close to 64 degrees. A clear sky tomorrow evening. So maybe you're doing your Valentine's Day dinner or date night Friday night. Not bad. Just a little light jack is all you need. Now here's where we go into Saturday. Saturday morning, cloudy. Temperatures in the 40s and a narrow area of showers will move through between the mid and late morning hours. And this should be out of here by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then we kind of focus on the late afternoon, evening hours as the overall storm system continues to be to our west. This is a look at 11 o'clock Saturday evening. Everything approaching from the west. We will have some scattered light rain showers and drizzle here in North Alabama and southern Middle Tennessee, but by far the heaviest rain, that's 5 o'clock Sunday morning. That will continue to track to the east, and that area low pressure basically starts moving very slowly Sunday, and that's why some of that rain could linger into the early evening hours. As you see, the only days we're really concerned with the rain is Saturday and Sunday, and next week. Man, it looks amazing. Here's your 10-day forecast. We get out of the weekend storm system. Some much-needed rain, by the way. Unfortunately, it's falling over the weekend. We got 70 Tuesday, 73 Wednesday. We're going to be anywhere from 75 to 80 next Thursday.
Man, let me tell you, that's what I like to see. Once we get past Sunday, those temperatures are looking very, very nice. That's my kind of weather, that fall, spring right there. But also, you guys, don't forget, 48 First Alert Weather Extra will be tonight at 9:30, wherever you're watching Before the Four right now. So that's Facebook, that's YouTube, that's our live stream on WAFF.com and our news app. But First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis, he'll be back here in the streaming center. He'll go through the radar, everything you need to know for Saturday moving into Sunday. And feel free to leave a comment on Facebook, on YouTube. Brad will see them and he will shout you out. If you have any questions, he will work to find that answer for you. So 48 First Alert Weather Extra tonight at 9:30. You're just not going to want to miss it. But now, all Madison County schools will close their doors tomorrow, and it'll be an e-learning day for students due to illnesses spreading around campus. But some parents say one policy in place in that school system incentivizes students to come to school while sick. 48's Noah Cowell spoke with those parents and has more on the policy. Let's take a look.
They've been having to put some students in like the gym or the cafeteria during class because they don't even have enough subs for all the teachers.
Sickness has spread throughout the Madison County School District, with leaders deciding to have 4 days away from school to limit the spread.
The parents have been begging, like, please just do e-learning so that everybody can get healthy and then we can go back to school.
And I completely understand quarantining the school if everybody is getting ill and getting sick. It's probably the best case scenario to try to keep infection down.
An absence policy in Madison County Schools that has been around for decades allows students with an A in a class to have 3 absences and be exempt from the final exam, then 2 absences with a B, and so on. It's an incentive that combats students missing school chronically, but several parents told me it causes their kids to do anything they can to avoid missing school.
I don't think that children should be punished for absences. It incentivizes people to go to school sick because you don't want to miss class because then you'll have to take the exams.
Another parent told me she sees where the school district is coming from in limiting absences.
Kids that are in school more tend to do better. I get how that can come across as a correlation between kids getting sick because they want to come to school and exempt their exams, but I don't know that that equates the same. I don't know if the pool is the same.
And of course, 48's Faith Delp will have the latest on the school illnesses. She's speaking with more parents today, and we'll have the very latest coming up in our evening newscasts. But now a mother is speaking out to support a new proposed bill here in Alabama on police chase accountability after her son was tragically killed in Hartselle last year while police were chasing a suspect. Callie Neese with the story.
Tristan Hollis's mother, Rachel Moore, came to speak to the committee about the Tristan Hollis Memorial Act, a bill that would set baseline policies for law enforcement chases statewide.
I never thought that I would be here, standing here today, speaking on behalf of my son's death, asking for a law to pass in honor of him and his memory, so other families and victims do not have to live with this unbearable grief. To hold officers of the state accountable for their actions, to serve and protect, not seek and destroy.
It all started back in September with a chase initiated by Priceville police on I-65. According to Hartselle police, officers were chasing Archie Hale. Just 3 minutes after the chase began, the car wrecked at Main Street and Highway 31. That car hit the vehicle Tristan was in.
Tristan never made it home. A statement made by Officer Wood, traffic homicide investigator, was that the vehicle was hit so hard that Tristan's pants were knocked off of his body. Can you imagine?
Senator Arthur Orr filed Senate Bill 120, better known as the Tristan Hollis Memorial Act. This bill would create a standard statewide for law enforcement agencies to follow regarding vehicular pursuit policies. This bill would also limit vehicular pursuits to individuals suspected of certain violent crimes.
I'm not stating to stop or give lack of importance, but to rationalize fight or flight, rectify cause and effect.
However, some officers came to speak about their concerns with this bill.
Criminal behavior is adaptive, as we all know. Once offenders understand that law enforcement is restricted from pursuing them for many offenses, compliance with the traffic stops and lawful orders would dramatically decrease, and individuals who believe they can evade arrest simply by fleeing in a vehicle will be more likely to do so.
Chief Partridge adding that he is willing to work towards a solution.
We would be more than happy to sit down and talk about some remedies that we could possibly come to an understanding that would make this beneficial for everybody.
The Senate committee did not vote on the bill after the public hearing. Now, the man who is facing murder charges for the death of Tristan Hollis, Archie Hale, still remains behind bars in the Morgan County Jail without bond. Reporting in Hartselle, Callie Neese, 48 News, on your side.
And now coming up after the break, taking a look at our crime of the week and who Huntsville police need your help finding, and some local boxers heading to nationals. It's all ahead. We'll go through it all in 1 minute. All right, break time over, y'all. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Before the Four. Now let's take a look at our crime of the week. Our own Gina Benitez gives us a look at who authorities need your help finding. Let's take a look.
This week, the Crime Stoppers are looking for a person who spent $3,500 at Sam's Club. The only problem, police say they racked up those charges on a stolen card.
Back in December, a person's wallet was stolen. They then noticed some unusual charges on their account. Authorities say this person, caught on camera at Sam's Club, used that victim's card and bought nearly $3,500 worth of merchandise. If you know who they are or where authorities can find any other offenders they're looking for, call them. Madison County deputies say Jordan Wheeling stole a riding lawnmower and then sold it. He's wanted for theft of property. Damian Thomas is charged with fraudulent use of a debit card after deputies say he racked up nearly $900 worth of charges on a card that wasn't his. Huntsville police say someone paid Brandon Miller, who runs Miller Mobile Service, $2,300 to fix their car. However, cops say Miller has refused to return the victim's calls or car. And Jason Sharp is accused of having multiple guns on him, even though he isn't legally allowed to have any. It's easy to earn up to $1,000 if you have information that can help authorities. Just call 256-53-CRIME or scan that QR code on your screen. For more information, visit the Crime Stoppers link on our website, WAFF.com.
Well, alrighty, and now check this out. 2 Huntsville boxers are heading to nationals in the Show Me State at the end of the month. Sports anchor Kaylee Tinglestad reports as these 2 young athletes head to the national tournament. Let's take a look.
At just 11 and 14 years old, Gabriel Johnson and Miguel Spells are preparing to box at the Silver Glove Nationals in Missouri. Johnson is just 1 year into his boxing career and will now head to compete on a national stage.
I've had a lot of great moments in this ring. I think when I go up on the national stage, I think I'll be calm, relaxed, focused, everything I need to be.
Johnson has taken a unique path to reach nationals. In both the state and regional competitions, there were no other athletes in his weight category, giving him an automatic ticket to nationals.
I've been training hard and just hoping and praying that I'm going to do well and win in a spectacular fashion.
For Spells, he's boxed since he was 5 years old. Spells has grown up boxing and wrestling, competing at various levels. Nationals will be his biggest competition, but it's the moment he's been waiting for the last decade.
Really, I knew that I was going to be great at something, you know. Coming from my family's line, I knew I was going to be great at something.
For their coach, Alan Martin, known as Coach Snoop, his goal is to continue to help prepare these young athletes like any other competition.
It's really now about that mental conditioning, preparing them for the moment, like not allowing them to let the moment get the best of them. Yes, it's a big tournament, but we got to go into it just one fight at a time.
Both Johnson and Spells have been competing in the meantime to prepare for the big competition. The goal is to represent their club, their city, and their state with a raised glove in the center of the ring. In Huntsville, Kaylee Tinglestad, 48 Sports, on your side.
Well, I'll be danged. Wow, extremely impressive, and considering that one is 11 and the other is 14, that is pretty good. So young, yet so talented. But now let's go into the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscast. Details on the Morgan County Sheriff's race coming up. Noah Cowell will have the details coming up. Details on a woman convicted in Lauderdale County for hitting her husband's car multiple times while he was still in it. And finally, a longtime Huntsville police dispatcher, suing the department and the police chief. Get all the details coming up, and these are just a few of the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscast. And y'all, it is that time. We did not have one yesterday, but today we brought it back. That is, of course, Facebook fun. Our 48 Facebook question today. We asked it just before 3 o'clock this afternoon. What's one thing you always have in your fridge? Let's see what you guys are keeping in your fridge. Something you always have. And let's see what y'all had to say. That was not the right button. Here we go, right here. Looks like Vicky said butter. Gotta love that butter. Gotta have butter for cooking, for making some pasta, for really anything. Definitely a good thing to have. Bobby Morrison said cold air. Very, very funny, Bobby. I love it. Hey, that's a good thing to have in your fridge, cold air. You do not want the opposite. You don't want any hot air in there. That is for sure. Teresa said some sweet tea. Gotta love that sweet tea. Gotta keep it stacked. Milo's, that's my go-to. Milo's lemonade, Milo's sweet tea. Annalyn said eggs, always a good thing to have as well. Good protein right there. Tabitha, Kool-Aid. What is your go-to Kool-Aid flavor, Tabitha? I just love the classic red, but I also love the blue flavor. I love all Kool-Aid. The grape, it's all good. The purple, yep. John Turner said coffee creamer. Big coffee drinker there, John Turner. Good thing to have. I'm not a fan of black coffee at all. And let's see, Curvicle. Let's see what Curvicle said. Mayonnaise. Gotta have that mayonnaise. What is your go-to mayonnaise? Some people like Hellman. Some people like Duke's, Bama mayo. I personally like Duke's mayo. That is the best mayonnaise that money can buy, in my humble opinion. But as always, you all had super awesome comments to our 48 Facebook question today. It always makes my day seeing what you all have to say. But y'all, that is just about it for today's Before the Four. But thank you so much for sticking around, spending a bit of your Thursday afternoon here. I hope you all enjoy our evening newscasts. And as always, thank you so much for watching. You all have a great night.